Hey, so I just wanted to make this video real quick. So I ordered some parts for the Mustang. I was trying to find a place, obviously nowhere around here was really easy find for like a whole timing set for a 4.6 dual cam. So I went online, and a while ago, I discovered a website. I don't know if you may have heard of it, Partsology. And some of the stuff actually seemed pretty nice. I'm like, you know what? I'll keep this in mind in case I've ever, need to use it. So when I was searching around for parts, I was just going to buy, the Ford Racing time sets, like $500 some dollars, whatever, off American Muscle, but it's like $500, and I'm not doing, half of it you can't even use because part of it is only for if you have aftermarket cams. I have factory cams. I'm not spending the money for aftermarket cams to use a $500 timing set. So I'm like, all right, scratch that. I definitely wanted new sprockets. Chains I'll probably be all right with. And new guides and tensioners. That was the important things on the list. So I go into Partsology, and they had timing set for 4.6. I'm like, sweet. So I ended up ordering the whole timing set. So it came with the tensioners, chains, both cams and the primary chains, all 4 tensioners. I mean, it came with everything. I was shocked. I forget the price. It was somewhere in like the lower 200s, I think, or something like that. It wasn't much at all. And of course, when you're buying inexpensive parts, your first thoughts, well, they gotta be, what's the quality? How are they made? So, the parts that they use they're called D&G. So that's the brand of parts that they use for a lot of stuff. And I've never heard of it. And so of course I did some research, and apparently they're not bad from what I understand. They're pretty good. They're made in China, Taiwan, and Japan. So, I mean, I have no problem with that. Really, I don't. As long as they're made well, they can be made wherever they want to make them. Especially if they save me money. So I ended up getting the box, and this is the most incredible part of it all. I think this is the claim of fame to Partsology, and they lived up to it. I was astonished, quite honestly. I ordered the parts at, what was it, like 2 in the afternoon on Monday. And they say free overnight shipping, and you're like, there ain't no way. Ain't no way in hell they're going to get you the parts, especially they're in California. I'm all the way on the East Coast in Maryland. There is no way they're getting the parts to me in one day. So Tuesday rolls around, Tuesday afternoon, about 5 p.m., the box shows up on my doorstep. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that they got these parts to me in one day, within one business day of me ordering it. I mean, I was blown away. And so, this isn't an official unboxing. I've already kind of took everything out just to inspect over everything. But I wanted to make the video to kind of show, how these parts came. I was actually quite surprised. You think you're ordering cheap Chinese parts, they're going to come cheaply packaged and whatnot, and they really weren't. And so on top of getting it free overnight shipping, and then just the price of the parts, and they seem very good quality. So here, I'm going to go ahead and show you the box here, and I'll go through with you the different pieces and everything, how it came. So, like I said, I've already had this kind of a part. So I ordered more than just the timing set. They actually had a really good deal on gaskets. I got a new timing cover gasket, and what have you. And an oil pan gasket, when I thought I was going to do that, and then I realized that wasn't happening. But the gasket, here, let me show you. This is actually a good, it's packaged much like how they look, a nice Felpro gasket or something. It is very thick plastic with a silicone piece seal around it. So it's a reusable design. It's got kind of like the stainless steel, or the, openings here for the mounting. And it seems like a really nice gasket. And it's kind of funny how, you know, it says DNG. It's got a picture of kind of like the American flag colors with the eagle, domestic and Japanese, yet all the parts are made in, so this was made in China, you see it right there, yet all the parts are made in China, Taiwan, or Japan. Kind of funny. Anywho, that's oil pan gasket. So this is the timing set right here. So once again, it's actually a nice box, nice kind of a gloss finish on it. And here's this funny logo here. So, and then you open it up, and it gives you everything that's in the kit here. So this is the kit here. So it's TK4131, and that's for the 4.6 dual cam. And you can see it has all the, you know, everything you need really to do the timing set, and it's all in this box. So here you got the tensioners, and let's see here. Here's the guides, and the guides look just like you would get from a lot of other aftermarket, you know, brands for the 4.6. They seem to be the same quality. The whole kit here says it was made in Taiwan, if I didn't already say that. So this is made in Taiwan. So there's that. Here is the reluctor wheel. Let's see, another guide, and then now this was all actually packaged in this baggie here. I had taken everything out with it, so and let me show you now the chains are packaged surprisingly well. So they're packaged in this plastic, and then they're wrapped in paper. Here, I'm just gonna have to kind of hold the camera funky so I can pull this out and show you. So they're wrapped in paper, and they seem like really nice chains. I was quite surprised. They are the same type chain as it's supposed to be, and they seem really, you know, well put together. So I definitely probably wouldn't feel too bad about using these chains, you know, if I had to, but I definitely want to stick with the factory just because that's the best, and unless they're stretched, I'm not taking them out. So, you know, all the parts seem pretty decent, you know, especially for the money. I don't know if I'm going to complain too much about it, as long as it doesn't break, right? That's the whole thing. The only thing I have, not a problem with, but, you know, something I've noticed about these parts, so I'm just kind of have to hold the camera funky again, are the tensioners. So the castings are a little rough. Sorry, holding the camera weird again. The castings are a little rough. I don't know if other brands are like this or not, but definitely it's very rough material on the inside and outside, except the mounting surface is cleaned up. Some burrs are along the edge, but otherwise they seem to be, you know, about what you would expect. So that's the only thing out of this whole kit that really kind of made me, you know, kind of guess, you know, wonder about its quality. But everything else seems pretty solid, especially for the money. Not to mention next day. It was here the next day from the freaking West Coast. That, to me, is probably the most, you know, the most biggest thing out of this whole kit in terms of, you know, what you're getting. You know, it's like, okay, you know, if a lot of people, maybe you're, you know, racing, your car breaks on Wednesday and you're trying to get, you know, the parts you need so you can get back racing before the weekend. You know, most people are, most places, unless they're local, you know, like 3 to 5 days, business days, you're likely not getting your parts. Partsology would likely get it to you within the next day, and they say sometimes, you know, 2 days. So I'm like, 2-day shipping at the max, and you don't pay for it. You don't pay extra for it. That is the freaking coolest thing. So I have to give it to them, you know. Now, from first glance here, all the parts minus the tensioner seem pretty solid. So I'm gonna, get them on and see how everything works. And hopefully they hold together, so it'll be definitely money well spent. And I guess I'll give an update video, on this, so to kind of, go over and see if make sure nothing's wrong and assure you that these are decent parts and to keep it on your list of places to look if you need parts. So yeah, these are the parts I got from Partsology. So I'm gonna just drive it around, see how it goes. Hopefully nothing breaks, and we'll be good to go. So all right, that's it for this video. I am gonna get back to work. See ya. All right, so real quick, as I'm taking these parts back, back out of the packages, I just realized that for the crank sprocket, it's the updated one-piece sprocket. It's not like the factory two-piece, which is what I was totally expecting. It's the updated two-piece sprocket. So that is really cool. So, yep, just cutting in. I just wanted to add that because I didn't even realize that when I unboxed this all the first time. All right.